So you should be able to see my screen. So stress management. This is something that affects all of us, and I think this is where a lot of bad habits are formed, emotional eating starts happening. So therefore it is a key, being a busy mum or busy woman, to really acknowledge and be mindful of things that you can do to de-stress yourself. So let's just start with this. First of all, I want you to ask yourself, have you got any stress in your life? All right. It could be work, it could be financial, it could be relationships, it could be no sleep, it could be kids, it could be exercise. Now, when we deal with stress in our life, not only do we improve our mood, but it helps us with fat loss, it boosts our immune function, promotes longevity of life, and allows us to be more productive. The problem that we have with stress is that it's emotions, and emotion can lead to anything from common cold to severe heart disease. So it's something that we really have to be aware of. Emotions kill. Chronic stress can lead to headaches, muscular twitches, fatigue, loss of memory, depression, everything, loss of appetite, sex drive, worrying. And sex drive for me, when I was in a really stressful relationship, I lost my sex drive for 2 years. And then when I split up with my partner, it came back. So stress can really control the body. So learning to be happy is really important. This is a main one for mums, is when stress goes up, our cortisol hormone, which is our stress hormone, also goes up. Our leptin sensitivity goes down, our hunger goes up, our fat storage goes up, and so does our weight. And you'll notice a lot of mums or really stressed out people will hold it around their middle, around their tummy, because there's more cortisol receptors within the tummy than there are in the rest of the body. All right, so generally speaking, some really high stressed out people will hold more fat in the tummy. So it's really crucial that we find ways of reducing this. And one of the most simplest ways of doing this is breathing. Simply sitting for a few moments and taking a few long deep breaths in and out. It may seem trivial, but majority of people just don't breathe properly. To test your breathing pattern, lie on your back, place one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly. Take a deep breath in and see which rises first, your chest or your belly. If it's your chest, you're a shallow breather. So try and breathe into the belly and get that oxygen throughout the belly, because this is what will help lower your stress. Stretching is really good before and then after a exercise, but this is probably the best. Our body recovers at night. All right, the best sleep that you can get is before 12 o'clock. So 9 p.m., read for half an hour and get into bed. Guys, you should be being no later than 10 o'clock. You need to have a better routine. And if you're one of these people that are staying up late, you've got to get into bed early, because this is when your cells generate. This is when you get your energy. Listen to some music. Get off your phones and have some you time. I actually just sit there listening to audio. So I play anything off YouTube. I go to Podbean. I listen to anything, Tony Robbins, Wayne Dyer, anything that's going to take me away from my negative thoughts and create a new thought structure. Read an interesting book and be very, very aware of reckless energy vampires among us. Not all of them have visible horns with sharp fangs or wear black capes, but they are equally as deadly. And this could be friends, it could be family, energy vampires, or, people that take away your positive thoughts. And I know this is a bit of a hard one, because I'm saying taking time out for exercise, but if you're adrenally fatigued, you've been up all night, you have to sit there and think, right, what's more important today? It's going to be your nutrition, hydration, and rest. All right, mindset is everything. So you need to be mindful of what's going on in your life so that you can take action. And stress management is so important. All right. And this laser beam technique is really cool. I use it at night if I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed from my day. As you pretend a laser starting at the bottom of your feet, going slowly up your body, up through your hips, up through your chest, into your brain. And every time that laser goes over top of you, your body relaxes. Okay? And you can use this technique for 5 minutes until your body is relaxed, and you'll probably end up falling asleep. Spend a night without TV. I haven't watched TV for about 6 months. I turn the TV on for the girls, but I see no point. I don't like watching the news. I hate any negativity. I'll watch it maybe if I have to, but other than that, spending the night without TV and focusing on you is going to take you one step further. Journaling is something that I recommend to all my mums every single day. Journaling your way to a life that you deserve. Yoga, meditation, night out with positive friends, massage, sex, laughter, time management, drop the caffeine, and music therapy. I love music. It just takes me away to another place. And if you're not doing, at least 5 of these, you need to take action. Stop thinking about it and start doing it. So what I want you to do is I want you to write down your stresses, and I want you to write down something to deal with it. So if it's work, you come home and exercise. If it's kids, make sure after they go to bed that you have some time to yourself. Listen to the meditation that we sent you, and also have a herbal tea instead of chocolate, and be mindful, because everything is habitual, the good, the bad, the ugly. Start to create new habits, because they get easier tomorrow, and you're working further and further towards your results. Ladies, have you got any questions at all? How's your week been? Is there anything that I can help with, Nicole or Rachel? Have you got, hold on, here we go. Have you got any suggestions for when you have spikes of stress, workloads, deadlines, etc.? I think, when it comes to something like that, you've got to plan and you've got to delegate. In the end, if this is something that can't be helped, then I would look at maybe finding ways to deal with your workload in a better way. Is this specifically to your work? The only other thing that I would realize is that it's only the story that you're creating in your head. If you went in and said to yourself, if you keep saying to yourself, oh my God, I've just got too much to do, I can't do this, I can't do that, you're only reiterating it over and over again. So the more you verbalize it, the more that's actually going to go into the body, all right? Because you can't do it any faster than what you're doing, all right? So you've got to tell yourself a different story when you have these spikes of workload and say, right, okay, take a big deep breath in and out and start with what you can, because you can't do it any faster than what you're doing it. It's only going to be what you're telling yourself within your head at the time. All right. And then what I suggest is after these work spikes, rather than come home and talk about how stressful your day was, you need to go and have a relaxing bath. All right. You can't come home and say, oh my God, my day was so stressful. It was like, right, okay, today's over. Leave your work as soon as you walk out that door at work, you leave it. That's gone. All right, that's gone. You don't need to deal with it. You just come home and find better ways to deal with it. I actually have I have like a couple of relaxing herbal teas if I've had a really stressful day, or I come home and I straight away hit the bath. But the more you take that away from work, the more that you keep speaking about it. In the end, is a deadline inevitable? No, yes, sorry, you can't not have that, but it's going to be what you tell yourself at the time. It's got to be what you're dealing with at the time. So maybe having a relaxing herbal tea even while you're doing it, and making sure when you walk out that door you leave your work at work, because the more you verbalize it, the more you deal with it in a different way, and maybe start to look at your work in a different way. How can I handle this better? Are there any ways that I can work to these deadlines in a much more efficient way? And that might be something that you talk to your colleagues about. All right, I hope that helps, Rachel. Nicole, have you got anything I can help with today? Emotional eating, relationship breakup, and stressing much are my downfalls. Stressing and supporting myself. the more you use the words, look, in the end, a breakup is a breakup. And you know what I'd really love you to do is I really want you to go on YouTube and I want you to listen to Abraham Hicks and Esther Hicks. Right? It's very holistic, and type in relationship. After you've typed in that, type in relationship breakups. Okay? I want you to do that today. I don't know if you can see that. Send to all. So what I want you to do is go and listen to these, because in the end, wherever you put your energy to, Nicole, you are just going to magnify it. All right. I've been through relationship breakups. I've been from quite recently. And the only way for you to control this is to take your mind away, because the more you think about it, the more it's going to expand. And the only way to change that is by creating your own happiness and focusing your energy upon things that are going to make you happy. In the end, what's happened is happened. And the more that you take you're not creating any happiness here, because you're going back to the past. You're going back to something that isn't. You're going back to something that you can't control. So what is it, the thing that you can control? You can create your happiness. All right. And then each day that you create happiness, the more and more you will create the life that you deserve, and you will attract the right man. You will attract the right life that you want. But don't listen to your own mind. Do me a favor and go and listen to Abraham and Esther Hicks relationship breakups, anything to do with that, and you will transform your life. All right. But you've got to realize that you're creating your life right now. You personally, you can't blame anyone else, not even your ex-partner. You're creating the day right today. You're creating everything that's going on in with the life. So you've got to take control and change your mindset about this. And the only way to do that is bringing your happiness back to you. Do you think eating a piece of chocolate cake is going to make you happy? No. All right. You're moving further and further away from your goals, and you need to start focusing on your happiness. All right. But the things that I would start with is educating yourself around this. And Esther and Abraham Hicks are amazing. They are transformational. Listen to anything Wayne Dyer, anything Tony Robbins. Get out of your brain, get into your body, and focus on your energy. All right. Please do me a favor, and today YouTube it and let me know how you go. Please send me an email, because it will transform your life. All right. Adriana, I think you just come on at the last minute. I finished. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload this, and anything that I can answer, don't hesitate to ask me, guys. Focus on the program. Focus on consistency. Life is short. Education is the key, and we're here to help you, okay? So have a great day, and if there's anything else I can do, Nicole, Rachel, Adriana, let me know, all right? Any suggestions? Herbal tea? Yeah, so just go into a herbalist or a supplement store, and they'll have them in there. I think chamomile is one of them, but you can get ones with rhodiola in them, and generally they're the ones that actually say relaxing or anxiety. But I would definitely just ask them. But definitely just go into a store. I take supplements that have them in it. I mean, I go to a naturopath here, because I used to suffer from anxiety and depression. So I've been one on for quite a few years that have rhodiola, St. John's wort. But if these are major health issues, then I suggest talking to Amelia, our naturopath, so she can deal with it in a different way. Don't go dealing with it yourself. Maybe talk to a professional about it, who can actually give you the right herbs to actually help with the anxiety and relaxation. But you can get teas to do it if it's not too intense. Or you can speak to Amelia, that gives you a Busy Mum discount to actually deal, with further herbs and suggestions with regards to that. Okay, but I'll put Amelia's details up on underneath the recording, so you can have a look at it. All right. So, ladies, if there's no more questions, or you can ask them to your trainer or myself anytime, have a great day, and I will speak to you very soon. Awesome, ladies. Well done.